Hello friends, welcome to JavaScript learning series. So this will be the last video in this series. Here we are going to look at DOM support in JavaScript. DOM stands for document object model. That means using this document object model you can access any element in HTML. Also you can create object also. That means you can create new tags at runtime. Let's say we have a HTML document. So this will be our HTML document, and if you see, HTML is the parent tag for all other tag. Then it contains a head. Head is the child for HTML. Similarly, body is also a child for HTML. And for head, title is the child. And if we want to represent this as a document object model, and if you see the relationship here, HTML is the parent and for all the child. So the immediate child are head and body. So we can say head and body are siblings. And when you look at the head contains one more child called title. So the immediate parent for title is head, but it's a grandchild of HTML. So this is what the parent-child relationship works in document object model. So let's consider one more example. So you know the ordered list, right? So we represent ordered list like this, and then there will be a closing tag for ordered list. So ordered list are useful to put a line numbered item. Let's say we have this ordered list, item 1, item 2. So if you see here ordered list, and then we will have list items inside the ordered list. So here OL is the parent for two siblings list items. So then the text element you are seeing here, right? This is also a child, but this is a child for list element. Similarly, this is a child of this li. So if we want to represent this, so if you see here, the ordered list has two child element li for these two tags. And now if you look at both, list element has one child element item. So even though it is a text, it is still treated as a child for a list element. So here this is the list element li, which has a child item 1. Similarly, this is one more list element which has a child element item 2. So the parent for both this list item is OL. And if we say that this ordered list is present inside this body tag, then this OL is a child of this body. So this is how we will represent all the tags in document object model. So with JavaScript, we can access any of this element and read its value, or we can even add a new element inside the document object model. So all we can do at runtime. Now we will see an example and we will understand this better. So what we are going to do in the example, we will create a HTML. The HTML will contain 3 H2 element, then 3 H3 element. Then we will have one ordered list. So what we are going to do in our example, when user clicks the relevant button, let's say user clicks the get all H2 element, then we will read those 3 HTML element and we will display that in the ordered list. Similarly, when user clicks list all H3 element, we will list that inside the ordered list. So in our example, this ordered list will be empty initially. So at runtime, we will add a child to it based on whatever we pick here in the H3 and H2 element based on the user button click. Alright, it's demo time. Now we will go to the example. So here is our example, and we will go to this JavaScript portion later, and this is our HTML document, and inside the body we have, if you see here, we have 3 H2 element as told in the slide. Then we have 3 H3 element. Then we have 2 button, and the first button is to list H3 element. That means once you click this button, you will see we will read all this H3 element from the document and we will list that. That means France, India, USA, we will list it. Then if you click list H2 element, then we will read the text apple, orange and mango from H2 and we will display that. So ordered list here is empty. That means when you click here at runtime, we have to create the element and display it. Okay, now let's go to the list element, and if you see here, these buttons are hooked to a function and we pass the element name. So all the H2 element is having the same name, H2E. Similarly, H3 element have the same name, H3E. So that's what we are passing for the list elements. So here in the function list elements, if you see, we are making use of document dot get elements by name, plural elements by name. So it will return an array of elements. So if user pressed this button, then we will be passing H3E. So by name, we are asking to get element H3E, and if you look at H3E, there will be 3 elements. So all elements will be there here in the elements array. Then we are getting the element by its ID. So this is the tag list. So OL element also we are getting. So we store that as ordered list. And if you see here, the get element by ID tag list returned the content that we are storing it in odd list. Then in the inner HTML, we are making it as empty. So we already retrieved elements. So that element here we are iterating inside a for loop. So for each element, we need to add that to the ordered list. So what we are doing, first we take the inner text for the element. That means inner text means here if we pass the H3 element, then we get France as inner text first. Then each iteration we will get this text. so that we store it as element text. All right, now we have what is required, that is ready. Next we will create a child element. If you see here, document dot get element by id, tag list, ordered list we already have, and okay, anyhow we created we retrieved it once again. Then if you look at here, from document we are creating an element list index. So the HTML li is ready now. That means the li tag is ready, but it is not yet hooked to at this line I am talking about. The list element, li element is ready, but it is not hooked to any of the parent. Next we create a text node element, and that's also ready. And if you see here, there is no relationship set at this moment. So we have two element created, one is li and another one is text element, and they both are independent till this stage. Now here we are creating the relation. So what we are doing, HTML li dot append child li text. So now we know that li text is the child of HTML li. That means we created a tag li, then the li with a text element, whatever we retrieved from this iteration. Now finally we need to link this to our OL. So ordered list we already retrieved here, tag list, that means this one. So whatever we created here, that list item, we are appending it to the ordered list. If you see here, HTML li is already linked with the li text, and this complete list item with the text is added to the ordered list. So at this stage we defined the complete parent-child relationship. Ordered list is the parent, HTML list index is the child, and HTML list index is having one more child, that is li text, which we created here dynamically with the value retrieved from the iteration. Now we will execute this and see how it works. So these are all h2 text, and these three are h3 tags. So there are 3 h2 tag, 3 h3 tag, and if I click h3 element, here this ordered list is empty and we will create it at runtime. Now let me click h3 element, and you can see at runtime we created this ordered list. So if I click h2, and if you see here, we are clearing it before the iteration. So this content will get cleared and we will list h2 element. So I hope this example gave you an idea of how we can access create any element inside the HTML. If you see here, so the create element, here we are passing the element name, right? So likewise you can create any HTML element. So this is list index. You can even create ordered list itself here, OL. So likewise you can create any element, image element, whatever element you want to create, you can create. So once the elements are created, you have to specify, or you have to link those elements to establish a parent-child relationship. Alright, that's all here in this video. Alright, that's all here in this video. This will be the last video in the JavaScript learning series. Thank you for watching. And going forward, we will create a new playlist for you. So that's all. Thank you.